Hello, brothers. Hello, sisters out there. Come on in. Come on in. How you doing, Sister Valerie Russ? I see your joint Hancock down there. I love you, sister. I love you. Come on in, brothers and sisters. Come on in. Come on in. I got some super good content for you all tonight. You sister, you could take it to the bank. Your brother Tony got something to tell you all tonight, especially you single sisters. Those of you that are interested in getting into a relationship with a man, you need to know this. Get ready, get ready, get ready. My brothers, you got to be serious when it comes to a woman. You shouldn't be playing with a woman's time like she shouldn't be trying to play with your time. You shouldn't be trying to use no woman, brother. Sister, you shouldn't try to use no man. But we're about to get into this content shortly. I hope you brothers and sisters have been doing very, very well. We are about to get into the weekend, baby. I hope that all of you have been doing well. Me, myself, I'm just like Fred Flintstone, baby. Yabba dabba do. I'm feeling excellent. I'm feeling blessed with a twist of serenity. Come on in, brother. Come on in, sister. We got a good show for you all tonight. How you doing, my mother? I see your John Hancock down there. Come on in, come on in, come on in. You're not wasting your time tonight, my brothers. You're not wasting your time tonight, sister. I'm not going to keep you long, by the way. I know some of you all, tonight is Friday and you want to get out there and do some stuff with your family or whatever you want to do. I'm not going to keep you long, but this is some very, very good content. I know some people have been waiting for it, and I'm about to present it to you shortly. We're going to bring in a few more people. How you doing, Sister Deborah D. Scott? I see your John Hancock down there. How you doing? How you doing? Val said we're having bad weather, so I pray I can stay until the end. I hope that you can too, sister. We got a little bad weather up here. I hope that I can stay with all of you all. Come on in, my brothers. Come on in, my sisters out there. How you all doing today, by the way? I hope that you all are doing very well. I'm doing very well. For those of you that do not know of me, my name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationship, my brother and sister, pertaining to a man and a woman from a biblical standpoint or a biblical perspective. If you don't believe in the biblical perspective of relationship, you have what is called a free will, my brother and sister. You can do whatever you choose to do. But my position is, I believe strongly from the book of Genesis, God had a unique relationship with the man Adam, and then he had a unique relationship with the woman Eve. Separately, then he brought them together, and when he brought them together, Adam looked at that woman, and he identified that that woman was taken out of him, and Adam said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I will call her woman because she came from man. With that said, we're about to get into this show. Today's topic, or tonight's topic, is 7 questions a woman should ask a man on the first date. And you all know I like to repeat things 3 times. And there's a reason why I do it, because I wanted it to get embedded in your mind. And this is the topic. 7 questions a woman should ask a man on a first date. Again, those of you that are coming in, tonight's topic is 7 questions a woman should ask a man on the first date. Let's get to it. Now, my sister, when it comes to a date, especially some of you single sisters, when it comes to a date, I know some of you meet this guy, right? This guy come up to you, or however it started off for some of you. This guy come up, you might think this your knight in shining armor. You might think that this man could fly you to the moon. You think that this man is perfect for the moment. He just too good to be true, right? He just too good to be true. Hopefully you're not grabbing things from the subconscious mind, my sister. When I say the subconscious mind, some of you might have this stuff kind of on your subconscious mind because you have been reading a whole bunch of romantic novels, looking at romantic plays, TV shows, movies, listen to romantic music. And a lot of you think that men are actually that way. But let me tell you something, sister. I'm going to tell you this today. Men really aren't like what you see on TV. Men aren't really like what you hear those little nice songs and stuff. That's a lot of that is fantasy. I'm here to bring you to the real world, okay? That's what I'm here for, to bring you to the real world when it comes to man. As a matter of fact, sister, I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to wake you up. How you doing, Sister Flo Hartman? I'm here to wake you up. You're not in Oz, Dorothy. You are actually in Kansas. If you all seen The Wizard of Oz, remember Dorothy went to this place called Oz, right? It was not a real place. But when she woke up, she was in where? Kansas. So that's where we're talking about. You're in the position of being in Kansas, sister. You're not in Oz. This is the reality of a relationship. Now, this is the main theme after those of you that are coming in tonight's topic is 7 questions a woman should ask a man on the first date. But check out, I want you all to think about this theme, okay? Dating is an interview session. Okay, sister? When you're dating, it's an interview. You got to look at it as an interview. Unless you're an entrepreneur, dating is like an interview. You only have one good chance to make a good impression. You understand? As a matter of fact, he got one good chance to make a good impression because he's supposed to be the head and the leader of the relationship. You understand? So, sisters, before you get your hair done, you know you got to get that hair done because you got this hot date coming up tonight. Before you go buy that new outfit, before you take that nice warm bubble bath, before you start putting that makeup on, you know, putting the lipstick on your face, and you get a little perfume and spray it here, spray it there, spray it everywhere. And you finally look in the mirror, you turn to the side, you check yourself out, that's good. You check yourself out on this side, that's good. Then you turn all the way around and you got to check that part out too in the back, right? And everything looking good, right? Now, you're ready to go on your little date, right? But I'm telling you, my sister, you are not in Oz. You are in Kansas. This is the reality of a relationship. You dating as if you were going to an interview. You're supposed to have a good time, but it's just like going to an interview. How you doing, Sister Jan? And how you doing, Sister Ford? It's just like that. And I know I'm trying to make this light, but it's a serious thing, my sister. It's very serious, okay? Now, sisters, you got to understand this. When it comes to a relationship, it's something that you need to do before you really get into the getting your hair done, getting your outfit, the shower, the bubble bath, the makeup. You need to go to God first. On a serious note, sister, when it comes to a relationship, you got to have a starting point. And in Proverbs, as it is written in Proverbs 3:5, listen to what I'm saying. This goes for men and women, but we're basically trying to get you prepared for that first date, sister. Okay? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. I'm going to say this one more time, sister. Remember what I'm saying now. When it comes to a relationship or anything, but we're narrowing it down to a relationship when you get prepared for your date, sister. Proverbs 3:5. Remember this. Have it in your mind. Proverbs 3:5. What do you have to do first? Trust in the Lord. How you doing, Sister Cheryl? Trust in the Lord with all your heart. And lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes, sister. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. So, now you're ready to go on your date, right? You're ready to go. Dating is an interview session, okay? Dating is an interview session. Sister, you have to be fully loaded when you go on a date. You got to be fully loaded. Question, before you go on a date, are you wise or are you smart? Which is it? Decide what you're going to be. Are you wise or are you smart? Do you have experience, meaning do you have knowledge? Are you knowledgeable of what you're about to embark on? Will you just go there to enjoy yourself for the moment, or are you there to understand where this man is coming from? Which is it? You got to take side. Finally, are you going there to guess something about this man, or are you going to discern his motives. You got to be fully loaded. Fully loaded. You got to, instead of being smart, you got to be wise. With your experience, you can use your experience. If you've been dating in the past or whatever you have, use your experience and you can put that up on your knowledge. You're not there going to enjoy yourself. You can enjoy the moment, but you're not going there for recreation. You going there because this is an interview, but you can enjoy yourself on this particular interview. You going there for understanding to see where this might go. And you're not there to guess his motives. You're there to discern his motives. So you have to utilize your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding, and your discernment. You got to be fully loaded and ready to go on this date. Dating is an interview session. Like most of us, not everyone is an entrepreneur. So you all know, like when you go to a job, you prepare for it, right? You prepare for the interview. Okay, you run it through your mind, different scenarios, and now you're going to meet this person that has to make the decision whether or not he or she going to hire you. Check it out. You going to a job interview, you going to a job site to see whether or not this man or woman going to hire you. It's the same thing with a man, sister. When you meet a man, he's deciding whether or not he's going to take you into his life or not. He's thinking about hiring you or not. It's an interview. Look at your dating as an interview, okay? Now, sister, when it comes to your dating this man, you have to go on the date and you allow the man to take the lead, okay? Some of you sisters that want to be strong and independent stuff, chill out and let this man take the lead. Go by his cues, okay? Go by his cues, and you move around his cue, but let him lead. If this man can't lead on the first date, this man is not qualified for you either, sister. You have to have a high moral. You have to have high standards when you're going on a date with a man, okay? You're not to lower your standards by no way necessary, okay? You're in control of yourself, not him. It's just like a job. This man is going to ask you questions, and he's looking for a particular type of response. And you are the responder, because he's deciding whether or not, since he's the man, he's supposed to be the leader and possibly the head going down into the relationship, because this man that's interviewing you, he's supposed to be a man that have purpose in his life. This man need to be serious. Sister, you need a man that's going to be serious when it comes to date. You don't need a goofball. You don't need a goofball. You need a man that's serious, but he's not stiff, he's not overly serious, but he's comfortable with you and you feel comfortable with him. Let him take the lead. On this interview, what we call the date, your thing is to listen. I know that's hard for a lot of sisters to do. Listen. Your job is to listen. How many ears do you have, sister? You have 2 ears. And you have 1 mouth. And I know you can count. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So that means listen twice as much as you talk. Your job when you're dating, sister, is to let him be the man and let him do the lead on. If you let him do the lead on, you can have a strategy. Not a strategy to use against the man. You're not there to outwit the man. You're not there playing mental chess. So you can understand, you have to let him take the lead so you can know how to present your 7 questions. And I'm here to tell you how to do it. When you let this man lead the way and you go by his cue, and you dare to listen to the man, you're not there to interrupt him. Let him talk. Let him get everything out. Let him put everything on the table. Let him do it. Welcome him to put everything on the table. Look into this man's eyes. I know some people, they have a problem with eye contact. Sister, it's very critical when you're talking to a man. You don't want to sit next to him. You want to sit directly in front of him so you can have good eye contact. Don't shy away from him. He's not going to bite you. Look into this man's eyes while he's talking to you. While he's talking to you, you're going to be the communication part. He's going to be verbally talking to you, and he's going to have nonverbal. So you got to listen to how this man talk and watch his body language. You understand? Listen, look. That's what you do. Listen and look. So you can understand that men are analytical. You're not. You are mostly emotional. We have different makeups. So when you go to this date, what is called the interview, no, you cannot think like a man and you can't act like a woman. That book that Steve Harvey put out there, it's a good entertainment book. It's very good for entertainment. You'll never be able to think like a man. You never will. A man will never be able to think like you. But I'm going to show you how to deal with a man. From a man point of view, I'm about to tell you what to do. Because it's something that you need. Don't lead with your emotion when it comes to a date. I know you're excited and stuff because you think you found Mr. Right. But you don't want to know. You want to know, are you with a possible Mr. Right or are you with a counterfeit? And the question that you're going to ask, you're going to be able to flush out the counterfeit. Okay? You're going to be able to flush out the counterfeit. 7 questions a woman should ask a man on the first date. Now, you got to understand that men move mostly like this, straight to the point. A lot of you sisters, you like to wiggle, okay? You like to wiggle, but you want to get to the main point. You see, you might say, okay, I could wiggle like this, but I'm going to get to the same point. Men mostly like this. So you got to, instead of doing all this, you got to deal with the man just like this, but you're a woman. Men are analytical. You are emotional. Understand this. If you can understand what I'm saying, you will be able to get the job if that's what you choose to do. When it comes to a job, my brother and sister, a lot of times when you go to a job, they have per se certain thing what they want to pay and everything, right? If you good at what you do, it could be negotiated. This is how it's going to be when it comes to the 7 questions what a woman should ask a man on the first date. You can't be shy when it comes to a man. You will be able to flush him out quickly. If you do what I'm presenting to you, you'll be able to flush him out. Because you done prayed to the Lord first, right? You remember what I said about the Lord? What you have to do first before you put on all your makeup and stuff like that. What did I say? What did I say, sister? I said Proverbs 3:5. I said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to your understanding. Before you get there, you don't understand nothing. The question that you're going to ask, the Lord is going to help you. You understand? He's going to help you. Because you're going to admit to the Lord, Lord, I don't know nothing about this man. I don't want him to okey-doke me. I don't want him to bamboozle me. I don't want him to move my emotions. Because some men, they know how, they got a good talk game and they know how to work on women emotions. That right there. Seek the Lord first. It's critical. Most women that go on a date, you don't even think about the Lord. You think about the date and what you're going to do. You have to put things in order for you to not go there and get burnt, especially on one night. Because a lot of dates that end in one night stands. And after the one night stand, he's gone. and you looking for him to call you afterwards, or you looking for the text. But that's all it was. Counterfeit. You understand? How you doing, Sister Sandra? It was counterfeit. Now, let's get to the 7 questions a woman should ask a man on the first date. Don't be afraid to be direct with this man. You look in his eyes after he have said everything he have to say, and then that's when you talk. Let the man do the talking first, okay? Let him get whatever he want to talk about. Then this is when you start talking, okay? Question number 1. What do you need or want with me? Ask that question. What do you need or want with me? There's a difference between what is need and what is a want. You ask this man, what do you need or want from me? When you ask this question, your job is after that to zip it, be quiet, and listen. Listen to what this guy say. You're going to find out whether this man is a counterfeit or real, because the Lord is going to illuminate. He's going to open this man up and let you see. At this particular time, remember, you got wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discernment. You're going to be able to discern where this man coming from. You understand? You're going to be able to discern. That's question number 1. Listen and don't get no feedback right now. Your job right now is to ask questions, okay? His job is to respond to you. This is how communication go. You have a sender and you have a receiver. He already sent everything to you when you was on the receiving end. Now it's your time to be the sender. Know your position as far as the communication. You send this question to him. Number 2, after you ask him, what do you need or want from me? Number 2, you need to ask the man, how do you know for sure? You understand? How do you know for sure? Look him in the eyes and say, how do you know for sure? And see, does he flake on you? He needs to be direct with you. When you ask these questions, your main thing is to get a direct answer from him. It's either right or left, up or down, north or south, east or west. It's not no middle ground. You cannot allow this man to play the middle, because your time is critical. His time is critical. Your time is critical. And then after you ask him, what do you need and want from me? How do you know you're sure? See, how does he answer that question? Because he's supposed to be sure. If he could tell you what he need and want, he definitely needs to be detailed and tell you why he's sure about you. Number 3, ask this man this. Where do you see yourself leading me? Ask him that. If he's supposed to be the head and leader of a relationship, ask him, where do you see yourself leading me? This is a direct question. You deserve a direct answer. If this man go anywhere other than what I'm about to tell you, that's the wrong man. If you ask a man, where do you see yourself leading me? This man, if he's a spiritual man, he's supposed to say something like this. I want you to follow me as I follow Christ. It got to be something spiritual based. It can't be nothing like, I want to lead you to the bedroom. That's a counterfeit. If he say something like, if he start laughing and say, why are you asking that question? He's trying to figure out, because most of these men, what I'm telling you about, they have never met a woman like you before. Because your brother Tony telling you, I'm not siding with your sister, I don't side with brother, but your brother Tony trying to tell you so you could cut through the crap. And I'm not telling you this to try to manipulate a man. You understand? You need some direct answers. Where do you see yourself leading me? Because, sister, you were naturally created to follow a good man, not a counterfeit. You were created to follow a man that got purpose, that know who he is, why he's here, and where he's going. Especially the man got to know where he's going. You don't want the blind to lead the blind, so this man needs to know where he's going. After that, question number 4 is, why me? You ask him, why me? Why did you approach me? Most men aren't asked that question early anyway. Why me? Why me? Why did you approach me? And listen to what he say. Why did you choose? Why did you do it? Now, it's natural now that the man may say because you are an attractive woman. Give him a buy on that. But you want to hear something else. You want to hear something that's internal. Because more than likely before you go to date, you're going to be talking, right? You want that man to start talking about something that he see on the inside of you from your soul or spirit standpoint. You don't want that man to harper on how you look and how you shape. Because they're telling you this is a flesh-thinking man. If he just concentrate on your appearance, that means he wants to lead you to your back or the nearest bed from where you sit or where you're eating at. See why me, and why did you approach me? Number 5, what you need to ask this man. If we both decide to get into a relationship, here is what I bring to the table. So put it out there. You say, if we both decide to get into a relationship, this is what I bring to the table. Go ahead and tell him what you bring to the table. Let me tell you this. Don't go telling that man you bring your PhD to the relationship. Don't go telling that man you bring in your credentials, your house and your cars and your money and stuff to the relationship. Let me tell you, let me clue you sisters in on something. To tell you the truth, most of the time, if a man got himself together, that don't faze him. That faze a man that looking for a woman to go halfway with him. That go for a man that's going to depend on everything that you got. You understand? Your accolade, it's okay, sister, that you got all the accolades and stuff, but men of purpose, that ain't nothing to them or us. It's nothing to us. It's good that you got it, that you got things on your own. It's good, but now you're going to have to bring, this is what I bring to the table. I bring my body to the table too. After all your accolades, I bring my body to the table. You bring your body to the table. Most of the men that you're going to talk to, they have been through series of bodies before. That ain't impressive. What can you do? You need to be able to close your legs. What can you do besides opening your legs? Impress me. Impress me. What can you do besides open your leg? Because that's temporary. I need to know what else you bringing. And then, sister, this is how you do it. I am bringing into the relationship 100%. I'm not expecting 50-50. That's not the type of relationship I want. That's a bunch of crap. Teddy Pendergrass song, all that stuff. That was a love song. I like Teddy Pendergrass music, but when it comes to relationship, I don't believe in that 50-50 stuff. I don't believe in that 70-30 stuff. I don't believe in that 60-40. I believe in I'm bringing 100% in the relationship, and I expect you to bring 100%. That's 200. I'm telling you, you tell him what you expect. You got to hold your standards up high, sister. And you got to be direct with the man. Most men, when I'm telling you, they don't know how to handle you. A weak man, he's not going to know how to handle you, because most men haven't been presented that way with a woman that asks direct questions. Instead of going around and trying to get the man to guess what you're talking about, no, don't have the man guessing. You be direct, because he's mental, he's analytical. Hold back on your emotion and get analytical with him. I'm trying to help you. And after you say that you're going to bring 100% to the relationship, then you turn around and say, What are you willing to bring into the relationship? Ask him that. What are you willing to bring into the relationship? At that time, zip it up, look into his eye, and listen. He might have told you earlier, but ask him again. What will you bring to the relationship? This is what I'm bringing. What you bringing? Number 6, ask him this question. It's a compound question, by the way. And this, you setting him up. You setting him up, okay? You setting the man up. Ask him this question. Can a man know within a short period of time whether a woman is wife material or not? When you ask that question, zip it up, look in his eyes, and listen. Can a man know within a short period of time whether a woman is wife material or not? Listen to what he say. After he finished saying what he say, you got another follow-up question to that, okay? Then you say something like, you could do like, you could like rub your chin or twirl your hair, but you're still looking into his eyes, right? Then you drop something in like this. What about you? How long would it take you? Be direct then. How long would it take you? And see what he say. Zip it, look in his eye, and listen. After he say whatever he's going to say, now you finna put him in a corner. This is the corner. I'm interested to know this, whatever his name is. I'm interested to know this. How do you view me? You see how you're setting him up? First of all, you said, can a man know within a short period of time whether a woman is wife material or not? Whatever he say, just listen to it. Then you still building. Then you say, well, what about you? How long do you think it take for a man to decide whether or not a woman is wife material or not? You baiting him. You fishing, okay? You fishing. You done threw that rod. I mean your fishing pole. You got your fishing pole. You done threw that string out there. You got your bait, and you fishing. And once he commit to that answer, I am interested in this, whatever his name. Like, say for instance, let's say Rico. Rico, I'm interested to know this, Rico. How do you view me? Do you view me as wife material, or do you view me as non-wife material? He's not going to be able to deceive you, no matter what. All these questions so far that I have brought to your attention, sister, he won't be able to deceive you. You know why he won't be able to deceive you? Because guess what you did before you put on your makeup, you put the dress on and stuff? You prayed to God. You prayed to God. And when you pray to God, his son Jesus, he's going to be your wisdom. He's going to be your knowledge. He's going to be your understanding, and especially your discernment. He will not be able to deceive you. Sister, you just don't know how many women have told me, I thought he was legit. I thought he was true. I thought what he was talking about. But you know what? They hadn't prayed. They was going on their own intuition, the quote-unquote woman intuition. If you follow your heart, sister, you're going to be deceived. Because when you follow your heart, your emotions, you can easily be deceived. That's how Satan got Eve. You understand? And Eve was perfect. Sister, you're not perfect. Eve was perfect, but Satan got her. He appealed to her emotions. Some of these guys, they're going to try to appeal to your emotions. They're going to gaslight you. They're going to tell you stuff what they think you want to hear. You understand? What they think you want to hear. It's a bunch of fluff. But he never met a woman like you. You understand? He never met a woman like you. And after this is how it goes. How you doing, Auntie? This is how it goes. Listen up, sister. This question, what I'm about to put to you, this is the most critical question you need to ask this man. What was number 5? Number 5 is, let me go back to number 5. If we both decide to get into a relationship, here is what I bring to the table. So you tell this man what you bring to the table. Remember I said, don't be talking about your PhD, your house, your property, and all that kind of stuff. That don't impress a man that got purpose in life. It's good, but it don't impress. It impress men that they're going to depend on you, that be calculating, I could hold back on my part, and she bring 50%. Nope. He's supposed to bring 100%, and you supposed to bring 100%. If the man studied Jesus, Jesus put in 100%. That's the model of a man. A man's supposed to model himself like Jesus. Jesus put in 100%. Jesus took the lead. The church didn't take the lead. Jesus took the lead. The church followed. You understand? The church followed. A woman's supposed to be just like the church. The man's supposed to be like Christ. Even the woman's supposed to be like Christ, but you understand what I'm saying? It's like being engaged. Right now, Jesus is engaged to the church until he come back to get the bride. And when he get the bride, that's where the marriage going to be. The marriage going to be up in the sky when the Lord come. You understand? That's the marriage. All those that believe in Christ going to meet him in the air. Those that are dead now, God going to bring their spirit. Jesus going to bring their spirit and the soul with him. And those spirit and the soul going to enter into those bodies that's in the ground. And when those bodies going to meet the spirit and the soul going to go into the new refined bodies. Those that walk around here right now, when you going up to meet the Lord, your body going to change in the twinkling of an eye. So you're going to get your new glorified body. That's how it is. Oh, another thing for number 5. After you tell him what you're going to bring to the table, you say, look, I'm bringing 100% me in it. You ain't got to name all your accolades. You say, I'm bringing 100% because you see, sister, you have to have the mindset of I'm going to be the helpmeet. That's 100%. That's all. And whatever you have, you the helpmeet. Everything that you got, you just bring in. You say, I'm bringing my all to it. He might say, what is your all? First, my all is me. It's me. I'm a spiritual woman, and I'm going to be a good wife. I'm going to be a good wife to someone. That's the first thing. The Lord is guiding my soul. My soul going to communicate to my body, and my body going to help in this relationship. And when I say in a relationship, it's not about the sex part. That's part of it. But it's about your spirit, your soul, and your body. So you say, look, I'm bringing 100% into a relationship. What is 100%? Oh, the spirit of the Lord, my soul, and my body, and everything I got. That's 100%. And more than likely, you're going to trump what he already said anyway, because majority of the time, sister, you're going to meet a worldly man anyway, and you're going to quickly be able to flush these guys out. Now on number 7. Number 7, this is the most important thing you need to know. And you need to ask this question. You need to put double zips on your mouth after you said, zoop, zoop. Double zip. You ask that man this. It's very critical. What is your relationship with God? Listen to what he say. Let him talk. Zip it, look in his eye, listen. And whatever he say, cause different people believe in their different gods, right? Now you finna narrow down because you put him in a corner again. You understand? You put him in a corner again. After he tell you what his relationship with God is, ask him this. This is the follow-up question. Do you believe in Jesus? Okay, you say you got a relationship with God. What is your relationship with Jesus? See, does he make Jesus minor? See, does he believe in Jesus and outcome? Remember, Jesus said, no one can get to the Father but through him. He got to identify Jesus as God, because if he got in his sense, he know that God is a title. God is a title. You got the Father, you got the Son, and you have the Holy Spirit. It's a title. You got 3 different personalities, in the Godhead. Jesus is part of the Godhead. Jesus is God. He's God the Son. 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. One God. One relationship. You need to know this is very critical. You need to know that man believes in Jesus. And while you eating and you on your date, this going to tell you a lot about it. Now, the thing that I have just expounded to you, open you up to, not explain. Now, that's verbal, right? Remember I told you to look with your eyes, listen with your ears, zip your mouth after you answer those questions, right? And then when you ask the final question, whenever the food come out, this is a simple test, and this non-verbal. This ain't got nothing to do with the talk. This is non-verbal. Because his actions, his words got to match up with his actions. The reason why I said number 7 and last, more than likely they're going to probably bring the appetizer, the main course, and the dessert. However you decide to ask the question. But you need to ask that question last, okay? Before you answer that last question, you are probably going to be in the course of eating. And you need to listen to me, sister. Watch this. If he's supposed to be who he's supposed to be, if this man believes in God and he said he got a relationship with God, if he have a relationship with his son Jesus, when this food come out, and it's very simple, will he pray over the food? How you doing, Sister Karen? Will he take the lead and pray over the food? Don't eat until he pray. If he start eating, that's telling you what kind of man you got in front of you. Because if he was a man after God's own heart, he's going to acknowledge who? He's going to acknowledge God's son, Jesus Christ. He's going to pray over the food. You don't know what's coming out of that kitchen. You understand? You don't know. He's going to take the lead. He don't supposed to let you take the lead. He's the man. If you have to lead the prayer, that's not the man for you. Go ahead and get your free meal in. He's not the man for you. He got other plans. And it's not good intention. Yes, all men are imperfect. Yes, all women are imperfect. But I'm telling you, because sister, I'm trying to help you with your time. I'm trying to help you with your mind, your will, and your emotion. I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to touch the stove per se. The stove look like it's out, but it's hot. You understand? Lil Wayne said the block is hot. It's hot. It's hot. I'm trying to tell you something. Now, some of you that are single, you just listening. You're not listening to me. You hear me. I'm entertaining some of you. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to help you. Okay? I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here I'm loving you, sisters. And I'm not trying to put men down, but you can't deal with men how you deal with another woman. You deal with a man a different way than your sisters, your women. You can't deal with a man that way. He don't function like that. He doesn't think like that. So you got to get analytical. You can't think like him, but I'm telling you what to do. You got to be direct when you on your date. It's just like a job. He's the man. He putting you. I have told you this a night or so ago, sister. I have told you this a night or so. I told you this. I said we, that's including me, we put you all in a category early. We put you in temporary. We put you in wife or no wife. And I told you about the sword category. In the no wife, we look at you as temporary or temporary long term. If we look at you as a wife, we see a future with you. When we see a future with you, guess what kind of words you'll hear come out the man's mouth? Instead of him saying me, myself, and I, he's going to consistently be saying stuff like we, us, and our. We, us, and our. When you listen to him, we, us, and our. Because he see a future with you. And you're going to be able to see that this man, he view you as the future. Sister, we view you whether or not we want a future with you, or we view you whether we don't want no future with you. How you doing, Sister Twyla? Most men, not all men, and I'm limiting it down to the United States of America. Most men, not all men, most men don't want to get married. Most men want something from you. They don't need something from you. They want something from you. And we know what that is, don't we, sister? We mostly know what some of these brothers want from you. They want to extract something from you without investing. You understand? They want to extract and invest. Some men will spend money on you for the bottom line to extract, you know what I'm talking about, right? And once they do it, that's it. Some of you sisters, you ain't got to raise your hand now. Some of you sisters, not all of you, some of you sisters have experienced a man that he was very, very sweet to you at the beginning, right? He talked good. He did little things to you. But then when you open your legs up to him, he changed. You was on the fence. And some of you, not all of you, you probably think, okay, he doing this for me. He doing this for me. So if he doing this and this, I might need to give him a little piece. Yeah, I need to give him a little piece because he's investing in me. I need to give him a little piece, but you're still unsure because it's this little nagging thing. You're unsure. So you think if I give him my body, that's going to say that we together. Newsflash, sister, just because you have sex with us, I'm including myself in that in the past, that don't guarantee that we're going to have a long-term relationship with you. I know that game. Yes, it was a game. Like some women play game, men play game too. And men sometimes play game up close to 60 years old. Some even 70 going around here with their pants up here, with their pants all the way up here, still trying to be players from the Himalayas, but they're trying to be players. Some of you older sisters, you might know this. These old guys be coming to you or with their handkerchief. They'll come with their handkerchief, right? Do you need a friend? Do you need a friend to come by? We could be friends. And then you got the younger guys too. The younger guys, they good at saying, want to be friends? We could be friends, but they don't have no intent. They don't see you as a wife. Sister, a lot of times you get yourself in the predicament. You know why? Because you don't ask the right questions. You don't ask the right question. And what I'm about to say, this might step on some toes, okay? What I'm about, and I'm not being cruel, but I'm just being factual. Some of you sisters, you did not have a good role model. Some of you sisters, not all of you, your mother did not teach you right. Some of you, not all of you, your mama didn't teach you right. Some of you seen your mamas dealing with different men. Y'all watch your mama deal with different men. Some of you watch your mama having different men coming in and out. Some of your mamas told you how to get things out of a man. She wasn't teaching you the proper way of preparing to be that Proverbs 31 wife. She was teaching you how to extract resources out of the man. To tell you the truth, but some mama be teaching their daughters, not all mama, but some mama, they be teaching their daughters to practice hold'em or prostitution. They don't want to call it prostitution, but it's what it is. Anytime you giving your body up for resources or services, that's prostitution. You don't have to be on the corner of Broadway. to be labeled a prostitute. We have prostitutes that live in big houses and stuff like that. Some of you listen to your girlfriends that ain't married. Nobody don't want to marry your girlfriend. She got a piece of a man, and she got the attitude like, at least I got a piece of a man. What you need with a piece of a man? You need a whole man, 100% man. So some of you listening to some of your girlfriends. Some of you listen to some of your girlfriend that is very bitter because they've been picking the wrong type of men. They'll get finished with one man, and then they'll get into a relationship with another man that has similar characteristics as the man that left. I know this woman. She's attractive from the outside. Listen to what I'm saying. I know this one particular woman. Basically, every man that she have dealt with while she up in age, she about 50 years old. Never been married before. Let me tell you why she never got close to being married. You know why she never got close to being married? The reason why she ain't close to being married, because she lowered her standards and she played the wife in each one of the relationship. According to what she told me, she was doing all the things that a wife would do, but she wasn't a wife. She even lived with she even moved in with some of these guys. Some of the guys even moved in with her. So they were playing house. So guess what? Majority of the men that she was dealing with, she put time into their relationship. We talk about 2+ years. Remember, I told you all a night or so ago, it don't take us that long to decide whether we want to marry you. And I was being generous. I said, we know before a year time. We know before 6 months. As a matter of fact, to be real technical with you, we know close to the first date. We might not tell you. But we know. We put you in the old category because once you start talking, we putting her in A. I'm going to put her in C. I'm going to put her in B. We do this. Like some of you sisters, you do it too. But when it comes to man, since the man's supposed to be the lead, that will happen. But back to this one sister. The men that leave her, guess what they do? They end up going marrying other women. And she bitter towards these men. She was giving him these guys wifely goodies. Doing all this wifely stuff. They didn't want to marry her. They didn't want to marry her, but she was doing all this stuff. And she was saying all these guys go and marry other men. What was the common denominator? She was the common denominator. I tried to tell her when she told me what was going on. I told her what was going on. And I also told her about herself. I told this woman this. I said, how you think? You think that a man's supposed to take care of you and you don't supposed to do nothing. I said, Ruth was not like that. She said, who is Ruth? I said, I'm not talking about the candy baby Ruth. I'm talking about Ruth that's in the Bible. I said, when Boaz seen Ruth, Ruth was doing something. She wasn't depending on no man. She already had her stuff. She would think about taking care of her and her mother-in-law serving God. You think that you think because you do wifely duties and you don't do nothing else that these men are going to stay with you. They just see you. I said, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I said, you might not want to be my friend no more. I said, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but they see you as just a person that lay on your back. That's all they see. I said, you look good, you got a little nice shape, and that's all they see you as. And you be giving it to them too, don't you? Like Auntie said, why marry the kind you get the milk free? That's all she was doing. These men, they looked at her as going to the barn. They were going to the barn, milking the cow instead of going down to Kroger's and getting some milk. They got everything there in the barn from her. And that's what I'm telling some of you sisters. I told you, I keep telling you and telling you, You being yo-yo by a lot of these guys. Some of these guys, some of you sisters, let's not even talk about the engagement ring. Let's not even talk about that yet. Let's talk about you've been dating this guy for over 2 years. He might have even gave you an engagement ring. Why he couldn't give it to you in year 1? You getting older. He getting older. And you're going to get pissed off when he go marry another woman. Because you brought your standards down. You were playing the role of a wife. He was playing the role of a fake husband. He was counterfeit. That's what it was. He was counterfeit. What I'm expounding to you, sister, is not to be playing games with some of these guys. Some of you, sister, not all of you, you like to play games. So when a guy see you like to play games, guess what he gonna do? He gonna play games with you. So you all are playing mental chess. You got different pieces on the chessboard, and y'all strategically move, trying to see who can win without investing that much. It's just like this. Sister, when this man, you got to see, when I said this man got to bring 100% in, if you are an investor and you going to Wall Street, you going to invest in something, some commodity that you think you're going to get a return on. Those people that go to Wall Street, you think they just putting money somewhere to lose? No. They're not putting no money to lose. They might lose some, but they are serious. So what I'm saying, you need a man that is serious, that's going to invest. You got to invest too. You don't want to waste your time, and you don't want to waste the man's time. Remember, if you go in trying to use this, what I'm telling you to use men, don't forget this. You reap what you sow. So some of you might say, well, this is what Tony told me. I'm going to use this. So now I know how to deal with a man. So I'm going to use this so I can get something out of it. I'm not telling you to use this against a man. I'm telling you to use this for your own benefit, so you can keep your standards up high and you wait patiently for the right man that God going to cause to find you. As a matter of fact, I looked at a video yesterday. This young girl, she was very articulate. She talked very well. She was in a room full of women. She told these women, I don't see nothing wrong with you chasing a man. She said, I don't see nothing wrong with you flirting. There's nothing wrong with flirting. That part I agree with. There's nothing wrong with flirting. But you see, what you do, the way you approach a man, if you overly aggressive, well, I'm talking about trying to you don't do that. You can show the man that you have some interest, but you could put the little bait out there and see what he bite. If he really interested in you, he will come. He will see. But you got to remember this. God is the one that caused the man to find you. You do not find the man. You might see the man. All the women the 3 examples that I always use, Adam and Eve, Isaac and Rebekah, and Boaz and Ruth, all these men did not chase the woman, and the woman did not chase the man. This eliminates people that say you chase. This eliminates women saying chase, the man is the hunter, he was the pursuer. If you chase, you get in trouble. What happened to Samson? For some of you brothers, when Samson chased women, I talked about it last night. What happened? What happened? He lost some stuff. He lost. When Samson chased women, but we know more about Delilah. What happened? He failed. That comes from chasing. Brothers don't supposed to chase. Women don't supposed to chase. The man's supposed to be following the Lord. The woman's supposed to be following the Lord. God gonna work it out. God gonna bring you together some kind of way. When you run into the right man and the right woman, God orchestrating all of that. it's not no coincidence. I always say it's not no coincidence. It's not luck, nothing. God gonna bring this stuff together. But you got to understand this. How did we get together? How did we get together? Did he find me or I found him? You have to ask yourself that question. Very important. Because you might get together with a man, sister. You might get together. But did he find you? Did he find you? Answer that question. Did he find you? Did God put you in positions so he could find you? Adam didn't run after Eve. Isaac didn't run after Rebecca. Boaz didn't run after Ruth. Neither one of those women ran after. They were just in the right place. In God's time. Not the right time. In God's time. Remember this while you're dating. A man does not owe you anything. And neither do you owe him anything. The only thing you owe is go back to this. It always go back to this. Dating is like an interview session. When you go to for an interview, you are there to see, are you going to be compatible with one another? That's what you're going. You're going to see whether you're compatible. First, from a spiritual standpoint, before the worldly stuff, it's very critical that you see from a spiritual standpoint, inside out. Do this man and I believe in the same thing. We can't compromise. You can't compromise when it comes to the spirit. You can't compromise. That's unequally yoked. That's what happened to Samson. That's what happened to Samson and Delilah. And that definitely what happened to King Solomon. These women believe in other kind of stuff. He believed in the one true God at one time. You can't compromise. And what I'm about to say before I go out, I know they're going to sting some people, right? Let me tell you this. From a spiritual standpoint, when a man and woman get together, from a spiritual standpoint, they supposed to believe the exact same thing. Well, when I say the exact same thing, they supposed to believe in the Lord Jesus Christ the same way. They got to believe in it. You got to believe in the Lord. You got to believe, sisters, that the man is the leader of the relationship. And now this part is sticky. Let's say, sister, you go to this worship building. You go over here. He go over there. You want him to compromise and come where you at. That's not the order. If you understand it, when Jesus came and he was telling people to follow him, Jesus did not compromise and say, okay, you follow me and I'll follow you where you going. Jesus did not do that. Jesus said, follow me. The man's supposed to be just like Jesus. You follow me. Some of you all have a problem like this. You go to listen to your preacher preach, right? You expect for his wife to be there. You will have a problem if your preacher is preaching and his wife somewhere else. A lot of you can see what's wrong with that. You thinking, well, if he preaching, his wife need to be here. Why is she going somewhere else? You'll have a problem with. Well, why would you have a problem with your man and you being together? You supposed to follow him. Especially if he's following the Lord, you're supposed to follow him. Going back to Abraham and Sarah. When the Lord told, he talked directly to Abraham. He said, I want you to go somewhere. Basically, he said, I want you to follow me. I'm going to take you somewhere to the promised land. The Staples singer wasn't there during that time to sing, I'll take you there. They weren't there. The Lord told Abraham, I want you to follow me. I want to take you somewhere. He didn't tell Abraham everything. He told him enough. He had to go talk to Sarah. Sarah had a decision. Sarah was going to stay there or she was going to go with her husband. As a matter of fact, Abraham and Sarah, they were pagans. They was pagan. When Abraham decided to follow the Lord, Sarah had to make a very important decision. Am I going to go with this man? Or I'm going to let him go by himself? Or I'm going to stay here and worship this God? What did Sarah say? I'm going to go with my husband. I'm going to go with my man. That's exactly what she said. So, sisters, I'm telling you, those 7 questions, What do you need or want from me? How do you know for sure? Where do you see yourself leading me? Why me? Why did you approach me? If we decide to get in a relationship, here's what I bring to the table. I'm bringing 100% to the table. What are you bringing to the table? Can a man know within a short period of time whether or not a woman is wife material or not? How about you? Can you tell whether a woman wife material or not? More than likely, he's going to say yes. And then that's when you got him in the corner. Okay, I'm interested to know something. How do you view me? Do you view me as possible a wife for you or not? They're right, Papa Staple. And the final thing, what is your relationship with God? Do you believe in Jesus? You at dinner? Did he pray over the meal? Or did he allow you to pray over the meal? Did he push it on you? Did he say, he noticed you ain't eating, right? He noticed you might be sipping your drink, right? He noticed you ain't eating. Something wrong with the food? Is something wrong with the food? That's what he's probably gonna say. More worldly men would do that. Something wrong with the food? Why you ain't eating? Did you forget anything? Whatever his name, Rico, did you forget anything? No, I order what I want. You order what you want. Rico, did you forget anything? No. And then it's what you do. You bow your head and you pray to God for both of you. That tell you that man is not a leader. You don't need him. You don't need him. After you go home, you tell him, thank you for the dinner, and I wish you the best. And that's all, folks. I love you, brothers. I love you, sister. I hope that you all took this in, especially you sisters. Date as if it was an interview. Date as if it is an interview. Do not go there just to eat up the steak. Don't go there for a free meal. Go there with purpose in mind. You don't want to waste your time or the man's time. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, sister. You have a very, very good night. Oh, by the way, guess what? Guess what? I got a good topic tomorrow if the Lord allow me to live. Some of you brothers out there, I'm going to tell you, and some of you sisters, you listen up. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell you, brothers, how to approach a woman that you're very interested in the right way. I'm going to tell you, brothers, some of you sisters, listen up. I'm going to tell you the proper way to approach a woman, the woman that you really see yourself with. I'm going to tell you how to do it without wasting your time and her time.